Welcome to this another video. In this video, I'll explain how you can interact with your teacher with the help of the different tools which are available with the portal. So in Edge browser, I have logged in myself as a teacher, and in the Chrome browser, I have logged with student account, and you can see that side by side so that you can understand how the interaction goes on between you and your teacher. So in this right side, what you are seeing here is basically a student account, and on this left side, what you are looking at here is the teacher account. So the very first way to interact with your teacher is using the public chat. So let us say the teacher is going to slide number 2. Okay, so you can see once the teacher will change the slide on his or her portal, you as a student will be able to see the same thing. So let us say that you as a student are looking at this point number 2 and you didn't understand the explanation of the teacher. And this may be because of the breakage of the audio as well, or for some other reason. So let us say you have some query or you want another explanation of point number 2. So what you can type in this box is, can you explain a little more about point 2? And then you'll press this send message button. So once you'll send the message, you can see that you have entered your message here and the teacher has received the same thing. And the teacher at the same time can see who this actually student is. So the teacher can read this point, and without being interrupted, once he will finish his sentence, he can again go back to point number 2 and explain that this is what he meant by point number 2. So that is one way through the public chat. In this case, whatever you are typing here, the same will appear to your teacher and to your colleague as well. Okay, so that is what we mean by public chat. This is visible to each one of present in this particular session. The second way is, let us say go to slide number 2. So once the teacher will move to slide number 2, you can see the same slide over here as well on your interface. Now let us say in this case you want to know about point number 3. So what you can do is, instead of using this public chat, you can go for private chat. So when you click on the name of the teacher, you'll get an option to start a private chat. Now in some cases your public chat will be disabled, so the only way to interact with the teacher in that case will be this method only, by starting a private chat. Now the question is, how will you identify who is teacher and who is student in this particular list? So whenever you see a rectangular icon in front of a name, you can understand that that is a teacher account. An account with the circular icon represents a student account. So it seems that this particular person is a teacher. I can click on this name and I can start a private chat. I can type the message, and instead of point 2, let us say I want the details about point 3. I'll type and click on send a message. Now once you send this message, the teacher will identify that one student has sent some message in the private chat. So the same thing is visible here as well, and you can see under the public chat area, your message is not visible. So whatever you send to your teacher as a private message, that will not be visible to your colleague, and teacher can view the message by clicking on your name here. Okay, so once teacher will click here, he will be able to see what your actually point is or what you are trying to say. So that is the other option, using the private chat. The third option is raising the hand. So if you'll see a button here, let us say teacher is teaching something, and in that case if you'll speak directly, then the problem is he will get disturbed. So what you can do is, you'll click on raise hand, and the moment you'll click on this raise hand button, there will be a raise hand icon here in front of teacher screen, on the teacher screen. So I'm going to click on raise hand from the student account, and you can see there is an icon, and I as a teacher can see that this particular student has some query. He has raised his hand. So I'll stop delivering the presentation and I'll ask, yes, Rajiv, please tell us what is the problem or what is the query that you have. And then at that point of time, Rajiv can unmute his button. If it is already muted, something like this in red color, that means it is muted. So if teacher gives a go ahead and ask the question, then Rajiv can click here. And now Rajiv will start speaking. So when the Rajiv will start speaking, the same will be visible to the teacher as well. Okay, and once Rajiv is done asking the question, he will again click on this button to mute the conversation so that the teacher does not get disturbed and get a chance to answer your query. So that is what we call the other method, answering your query by raising hand. Okay, so in this case, the student asked the question verbally and the teacher listened to the question and then answer, and that is how it goes on. So this is the third way. The fourth way is using a polling. So let us say teacher is going to the next slide and this screen appears. Now this is basically a quiz. This is the question number 1 or polling number 1 or quiz number 1. And the question says, squares are one-dimensional diagram. So this is what teacher is asking. You as a student will be looking at this screen and you have got two options, yes and no. So what teacher will do is he will start a polling and give you an option yes and no. And the moment he'll give you an option, you can see yes and no option here. So you have to click on either yes or no or in any one of these options mentioned here. So I think its right answer is no, so I'll click on no. So the moment I'll click on no, the same will appear here. And at that point of time, this point of time, you can see none of the student has participated and there is only one user in this particular list and teacher is waiting for only one response. And these are the user who hasn't responded. So under the response, you can see this is blank. So let us say I'm going to select this no option. You can see the count gets updated in the teacher account and in front of the username teacher get a response. So maybe if a student is not responding to a particular poll, teacher will ask him or her to answer the query by naming that particular student. So that is another way of poll interaction. In this case, your role is only to give the answer, and that's a very passive kind of interaction in this case, but still that is one form of interaction. Now once the student teacher feels that he need to publish the result, so he can click on publish, and if he'll publish, you'll see 0 student has selected yes as the answer and 1 student has selected no as the answer. So after this publishing of polling, the teacher will be able to discuss the details and you will be in a better position to judge that whether your answer is correct or not.
That's all for this video. In the next video, I'll explain how you can use presenter tool provided by the teacher in order to present your work depending upon whether a teacher asks you to do so or not.